Hi everybody. Hi everyone. This is Eryn's Yoga and I'm Eryn. Today I want to offer you a brief but powerful video on how to practice Viparita Karani or legs up the wall pose. I recently shared with students and readers about a panic attack basically that I had, which was huge anxiety, short breath, sweaty palms, feeling as though the world was about to end. And while it was happening, luckily I had a few yogic tools that I could draw upon, one of the most effective being this posture that I'm going to show you today. So I recommend that you have something, a blanket, something a little bit more firm than a really soft blanket like this, that you can fold or triple fold and slide under your head for when you come into the pose. Maybe a soft blanket if you have one readily available. I like to wear a warm shirt. If you're feeling cold, that's definitely not a comforting feeling. So something a bit warmer, including fuzzy socks. You'll also need to be close to a wall to practice this particular pose. So if you can find your way close to a wall, then you'll definitely need that as well. So Viparita Karani, legs up the wall pose. Here's how you get into it. Shimmy your way up close to a wall. I like to start with my left hip at the wall. Maybe it's just because I'm right dominant, left hip there, I'm not sure why. Left hip against the wall, you come lying down, swing your legs up, feel like a kid again. And then you take that support that you have and slide it under your head. If that doesn't provide enough height to take your forehead a little bit higher than your chin, then you would want to fold another level beneath the head so that your chin can soften down towards your chest. And you will feel for yourself when you're really at that right height, because it just has a complete shift in terms of level of comfort on the neck and also in calming the nervous system, which is exactly what we're looking for when we move into this type of restorative practice. Unfortunately, I can't look at you very well from this angle, so I'll have to look at my feet, but talk to you at the same time. So you've got your legs up the wall. Now we'll do a little bit of breath training, that deep belly breathing, as that has the most profound impact in terms of your state of mind. It's literally physiologically impossible to be super stressed and anxious at the same time that you're breathing deeply. So the trick is to remember that in those moments of high anxiety or stress. Remember how powerful the breath can be. But if you practice it when you come into a posture like this, then you're more likely to practice it during the day when you come up against some challenging situations or circumstances. I like to use my hands on the belly for that kind of prop, I guess we would say, that helps to ensure that as you breathe in, you're drawing the breath all the way downwards into the lower abdomen, and you can feel the belly rise beneath your hands like a balloon expanding. Now, of course, you're not really breathing into your stomach, but it creates that sensation as the diaphragm moves downwards, the belly rises upwards into the hands. It feels like you're breathing into the lower belly, so it can be a useful visualization. And as you exhale, just allow the weight of your hands to help guide the belly towards the earth. So in the perfect world, you would be breathing in and out through the nose here, but in the midst of a panic attack or extreme anxiety, say, chances are you're breathing in and out through the mouth and fairly quickly. So kind of one thing at a time. Do what you can. If breathing in and out through the nose is accessible, then go ahead and practice that way. Back to the breath. Inhale. Belly rises upwards into the hands. And exhale and feel your hands drawing down towards the earth. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, navel draws back towards the spine. same time that you're starting to breathe more deeply, you can allow the backs of the shoulders to release towards the floor. Allow the lower back to melt down towards the mat. And any places where you know that you have a tendency to hold stress. Bring your awareness to those places, and they're different for all of us. For some, maybe it's even gripping the hands, for example. For others, it's pulling the belly in. Whatever your tendency is, notice, become aware, and then send your breath to that place, to the hands, to the belly, to the lower back, and see if as you breathe out, some of that tension doesn't dissolve. Viparita Karani, legs up the wall pose. This is the basic structure of the pose. It's lying here and resisting the urge to fidget. Focus your mind on the movement of your breath. Feel the nervous system just start to settle. If you start to feel a tingling sensation in your feet, like pins and needles, you can bend your knees and bring your feet flat against the wall. As well, if you have low back sensitivities, it can be a nice option to, rather than have the legs up, same thing, knees bent, feet flat against the wall. And you don't have to be going through a huge experience of anxiety in order to want to experience the awesome benefits of this practice. We would all benefit from coming into legs up the wall type position one or several times a day. You can stay here for just as long as feels comfortable, as long as your schedule will allow. For now, I'll invite you to take another 3 deep breaths. Just tuning into and connecting with that deep inner peace, that mental calm that is your true state of being. Then as we start to move out of the posture, bend your knees, press your feet flat against the wall. See that the tailbone drops down towards the floor, that your hips have not slid up the wall towards the ceiling. And bring the right knee into the chest, interlace your hands around the right leg, tug it in, and at the same time press your left foot into the wall. If you want to get really specific, you might focus on pressing the inner side of your left foot into the wall. The right foot comes back, draw your left leg in, tugging the thigh in towards your chest. Right foot presses into the wall. And bring the right leg back in, wrap your arms around your legs. As you pull your shins down towards your thighs and your thighs downwards into your torso, guide the backs of your shoulders downwards into the earth, downwards into the mat. And reach your right arm up overhead. Rock onto your right side, resting the head on the right arm so you're in a fetal-like position, and you can take a breath or two here. And press into your left hand to lift yourself up. And just find your way back to a seated position. So I hope that this has help to bring you some state of calm, a little bit more of a peaceful state of mind, and that you remember to invoke that deep breathing anytime that you're feeling anxiety begin to rise. Thank you again for joining me. Just 10 minutes a day goes a long way. Namaste.